Just my hat real quick. What's going on? Steph back with another video, man. This one I want to talk about, man, because it's interesting that people are just now finding out about this, right? I read somewhere where studies show that 50% of women usually have like a backup partner during relationships, right? They say it's usually a close friend, the male best friend, the ex, or a male coworker. And I comment on that too because I comment on Twitter, and honestly too, I was reading more about that on Google and stuff like that. But yeah, I said it like this. This is something we all know about right now. If you live under a rock, you crazy. But what I tell people, man, is you guys got to understand, who the woman is, right? Like you got to understand who she is. Like if a woman tell you she has a close friend or she got at least 5 close guy friends that she's cool with, there's at least 2 of them that they get the sex with no problem, right? Or women always have like a work hubby, right? That's why to a lot of you guys who work at a job and there's one guy that who's gonna get in those guts. There's always a guy who's gonna sleep with that woman. Trust me, I know because I'll give an example. When I was working the morning shift on MBTY, a guy was telling me of this one girl. He wasn't telling me, but he showed me a couple pictures of this girl that he was messing with, and I was like, oh, okay, good. And honestly, too, there's always an ex that she cannot get rid of. That's why I tell you guys always be careful with the women that you are involved with. And when I comment on Twitter, guys go, oh, women are so sneaky. They always complaining they need a man, but they always got somebody. There was guys who was saying, yeah, I found that out the hard way with my ex. Or my personal favorite, I've seen at least 2 women go, oh, that's not every woman. I got rid of my ex. I don't talk to none of my coworkers. They ugly. Or another woman comment on there. All my male best friends are, GA, what. And I'm just sitting there saying, yeah, that's not true. I don't know why she got a lie on the internet. But the thing is like this, bros. Like I tell you all the time, man, there's always that one guy she cannot ever get rid of. There's that one guy that she cannot even get rid of. Even like where I'm working at right now, sidebar. In the overnight, there's one dude, he's always chit-chatting with this one girl, and he's chit-chatting with another girl. That's how it is. And in the work world, they say, oh, no relations with female co-workers and same with guys. But, man, people do whatever they want to do. Because if a woman is attracted to a dude, I'm going to tell you right now, man, she going to break those rules for that guy. Even if she got a man back home. Right? Because that's why I tell a lot of you guys could be living with this woman, being a good provider for this woman, paying all the bills, make sure she got a roof over her head, food on the table, a home to sleep with. It don't matter, man. She go to work and there's a guy who's working. He's decent looking. He's working. Shoot, he come to work every day and he know how to talk, bro. There's gonna be a time where you gonna find out, like, your girl and that coworker, man, they've been sleeping around. Same way with an ex. Guys just gotta accept the fact that, women are selfish at nature. Right? Women will always have digging sticks on their mind. And if you not that guy no more, best believe she will search out and find it. So it's like, you don't get mad at women for always being stuck on an ex. You don't get mad at women being stuck on that close friend, or you don't get mad at women because guys at her job is hitting her up. You just be mad at yourself because you allow that woman into your life. That's why, like, when I see these videos on YouTube where the dudes go, I do everything for you, I do this for you, them shoes you got on is because of me. Oh, when you was in the hospital, I was the only one that cared. That crap don't mean nothing to a woman. It's always about her and right now. Like, for example, man, with like the woman with an ex. A woman with an ex, man, she'll block him for now, but she know how to keep in contact with that dude. And he knows. He don't even have to do nothing. He knows, yeah, she gonna come right back and she gonna come right back to me. And meanwhile, he's gonna have sexual intercourse with other women as long as she getting her fair share. But when you go into the situation saying, oh, not all women are like that, maybe this one will change, maybe this one finally like grew up and let it go, man, please. Women don't ever let go of that one guy that did it to her soul. That's why I tell you guys, that one ex, if she tell it, like, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth like this. This is how you know she's still stuck on that ex. Where they really had a hard breakup, where she kept coming in, kept leaving him, and they come back together, and it was on and off for like years. And when she tells you that, fellas, you gotta tell yourself, nah, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. You cannot do that. Because you're only hurting yourself. And the longer you're in that relationship with that ex, with that woman who's still stuck on that ex, you just burning yourself. Because like I said before, the more you're doing all these beautiful things for this woman, you just make yourself look like a fool. And since she's so in love with that dude, make it work with him. But he already playing mind games with that woman. So it's like, I tell you, let it go. Right? Even with a close friend. Like, I was talking to a guy on my, a guy I knew from my old job. He was like, yeah, my girl, her and this one friend, they had a hookup session or whatever. I mean, like, yeah, that's something you should really be cautious with, because it may be a one-time thing, but that doesn't mean it can't happen again. If she's still friends with that guy that she hooked up with or they had sexual relationships with, it could always happen over and over again. She could tell you, no, it was a one-time thing. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Because when you two are fighting, who's she gonna call? The dude that did it to her. And that male best friend might be the one. But it's all on you. It's really all on you. And you guys gotta really pay attention to that stuff, man, because women out here are sneaky. I love you ladies, but you women out here are very sneaky. And if you don't pay attention to those, man, while you in that said relationship with that woman, you're gonna look burned. You're gonna look crazy. You're gonna be looking stupid. Right? And this video is not to bash on women. It's just like, this is women's nature, man. Like, you could be in a relationship with your girl, but she may find this one dude attractive. Y'all break up, who's she going towards? That dude she had next. And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth like this. All women already know who's next in line. All women know. They just waiting for that. They just waiting for the breakup to happen or for him to really skyrocket himself up. That's who she gonna be chasing. And that same dude you gonna be dapping hands with, that's gonna be the dude she sleep with. He gonna get them guts easy. It's how it is, man. And you know, you don't hate women for it. You just understand them. Move it up here. So, you know, don't be surprised, man. You know, don't be surprised. That's why I tell guys all the time, you can stay at peace to yourself and don't deal with them. Or you can date and understand the game, and when you see things out of the ordinary, you be able to leave her alone without being so attached. That's why I tell guys all the time, don't be so in love, don't be so attached to the woman that you're with, because 3 months in, y'all good, and that 4th month she'll be going for somebody else. It's how women are, fellas. And always understand, bro, there's always a guy from the past she cannot let go. That is her imprint. And honestly, too, what I tell guys is you got to know the type of women that are into you. Like if you're someone like me, really good, nerdy, hardworking, and she's into guys who have it together like that, I'm just gonna go scammers or whatever, or guys who are making 6 figures who are always out in them streets. Leave that girl alone, because you don't stand a chance. All you are is a placeholder. All you are is a placeholder. And you guys got to know that, man. Talking, texting, and all this other crap, bonds and memories with women don't matter anymore. Because she can always create that with somebody else. She can always create that with somebody else. And you guys got to know that. Now, I was waving because this woman was looking at me making YouTube videos. That's how it is, man. And I'm going to tell another thing like this. Always be careful with those innocent chicks, those girls who love to play good girls and all that other stuff. Always be careful with those, because those are the most sneakiest ones. Remember that, fellas. Always pay attention. Always pay attention to the signs. I'm out.